Hi, my name is Kaitlyn, for those of you who don't know. And so after the spoilers that Nathan gave you to the end of mine, my teaching comes from the last night that was given by Louis Giglio. He did not title his teaching, but I gave it a title myself, and I titled it Backseat. So he began this teaching with like talking about a throne, your throne that you sit upon. And he said, Jesus is not your bro. He's not on the same level as you, though he will stand next to you and with you. So if Jesus could be so high upon his throne and come down to being in a manger for us, simply can you get off your own throne? And so if we're sitting on our own throne and letting things such as fear sit on our throne, or depression sit on our throne, or the ways of the world sit upon our throne, then how are we ever going to let Jesus sit on our throne and tell and give command over our lives? Then Louis Giglio had a Jeep Wrangler in the auditorium. And so he had this girl get into the backseat of the car. And so he did it as a really big example for such a simple concept. We're letting culture drive us around in their front seat. Like, they're in the front seat of our car, and we're just sitting in the back seat. Like, if you're on an Uber ride, and you're just letting them drive you around wherever and dropping us off at any destination. And when we let culture drop us off at a destination, it's not going to be the destination that we were destined for, nor do we want to be at. So if we put ourselves back into the front seat of our car, controlling our own life and letting Jesus steer us in the right direction, like Holy Spirit, really, the Holy Spirit coming into you and telling you when to go right, when to go left, and putting you at the intersections of you and God, like from the first teaching. And then at the end of Louis Giglio's teaching, he asked people to get on their knees if they wanted to step off their throne for God. And a lot of people got off their on their knees, including me, and not letting I'm not letting myself be driven by culture while I sit in the backseat anymore, nor am I sitting on my own throne. I'm letting Jesus have the spot that he rightly deserves. Okay, so I have another testimony, not specifically to that teaching, but it happened that morning. So during worship after the teaching on Thursday morning, I'm standing. I'm standing there worshiping, and then Mariela crowds through all the people and comes up and grabs me, and she's like speaking over me what she's hearing from God for me, that loneliness doesn't have a place in my heart. The devil likes to attack me a lot with loneliness, and it was speaking over me a lot of times before we left, even, that it has no place in my heart. And so teachings before this, I've been working on it, and then she's praying over me and she's saying, God, give her an image to see of you, to understand, so when loneliness comes, she can see you. And so then she's done praying over me, and we're still worshiping, and God gives me an image of my heart and his hands around it, holding it together so it doesn't break. And that's what I got.